Gun control demanded and orchestrated by the United Nations? That's what we're going to talk about in today's video. The new Secretary of State, John Kerry, hasn't been in office for more than a week before he declared that the United States will support and will join in trying to develop a treaty where the United Nations would ban the sale of small arms across international borders, or at least regulate them. And we've talked about this treaty before. It was going to be signed in July by Hillary Clinton, but all hell broke loose when it was proposed, and a majority of senators said they would not vote to ratify it. And Obama didn't want a gun control issue right in the middle of the election, so he punted on it, and the UN is going to consider the treaty later this month. It'll probably pass the UN, and at that point it becomes the treaty. And then each nation can decide whether to sign it and ratify it or not. And the odds are that at this point Barack Obama signs it, goes to the Senate where it may not be ratified, but until it is explicitly rejected by the Senate, it remains in force. So this is a very serious possibility. And the opportunists on gun control are going to cash in on the Newtown massacre and the other horrible killings that have been going on in the U.S. and say that this makes the case for this kind of gun control. But in reality, it's completely phony. 90% of the small arms sold in the world are sold by governments, not by individual people. So these regulations apply to only 10% of the arms flows. And the nominal issue of keeping them away from drug dealers or from criminal gangs, the same people that Holder sold them to in the Fast and Furious scandal, can be accomplished very easily without a treaty like this. But what this treaty does is it gives the United States the power under the treaty to get a sense of who owns guns, develop a gun registry, and then take whatever steps it considers necessary to stop the illegal sale of these guns. And that can be a justification for soup to nuts gun control. And on top of that, they're even talking about ammunition control. So this is a very serious threat, and it's a threat that the House of Representatives cannot stop because the treaty would only have to be approved by the Democratic-controlled Senate. So please sign the petition that's attached and get active. It was our activity in June and July that killed this first arms treaty and forced Obama to back down on it. Now we got to start raising hell again and raise the crescendo so that he doesn't attempt to slip it through this March and April. Thanks a lot for watching.